Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make my tutorials. Kind of ironic, I know, but Last Day Studios on YouTube requested that I show you guys how to do that. So here's how I do my tutorials, and it might not be the best way, but it's how I do it. So to start out, I'll show you my equipment that I use to do the tutorials. Of course I have my MacBook Pro, and it's running ProTools right now. I have my 003 rack. That's my interface, audio interface that I use for connecting to Pro Tools. I just use a microphone right now. It's just sitting down here, but usually I have it set up so it's right in front of my mouth, so it's better audio quality. And then of course headphones that I use through the rack. The way I have it routed is there is a in cable. I'm not really using the out cable right now. My headphone jack out of my computer for any reason. I use that for a different reason, but so I can just kind of plug that. But this line in cable goes into the line in jack, and from that goes into the output from my 003 rack that's called Alt-CR. So that means alternative control room. So instead of playing out of the monitor, it plays through that cable into my computer. That can be switched on using the Alt-CR button right here. So when it's off, it should be playing through the monitors, and when it's on, it will be going through the cable. And this is the volume right here to adjust it. So as far as the mic's concerned, that's just plugged into my input number 1. And then on Pro Tools, I just have a track that has analog 1 selected. And as you can see, it's doing the audio right now. And then I just record, trigger it. You could do an input monitor too, but this is just a quick and easy way I do it. And so in all of my tutorials, that's at the very bottom and it's out of the way. And then the only other thing before I switch to the computer view is to set up the screen capture. So the way I do that is I have QuickTime Player. I would show this to you on screen capture, but that defeats the whole purpose of setting it up. So go to QuickTime Player, open that. Up in File, I choose New Screen Recording. And then it pops open that. And as you can see, it's reading the input from the audio. So if you go here, it gives you more options, and I select the line in from my 003 rack, high quality, and where to save the movie file to. So after you do that, you basically can push record, and yeah, so start recording. So then it will record anything on your screen. And when you're done with the tutorial or whatever, you just push stop recording up here, and it saves the file, and there it is. That's the movie right there, and you can go to the file location to grab the actual file. So I have the screen capture going right now. It's going through the mic. I'm holding it in my hand so it's nice and close and clear, and then it's going through the rack, and then through the alternative control room wire into my line in input, and going through the QuickTime screen capture recorder. I know there's other screen recorders out there, but I just use QuickTime and it's doing just fine. So as you can see on the screen, the audio right here is what I'm speaking right now. And so when I do other things, since all this audio is going through Pro Tools and through the rack, it's going to go through the line in into QuickTime audio recording. So yeah, you can add any sort of, we'll just do a really quick instrument track, add a quick instrument, I don't know, mini grand, let's do that. So now that mini grand's loaded, we'll just put a really quick, let's do MIDI editor. Oh, this is gonna be really bad, but so let's just put a random thing in there just so you can tell So we just put random notes in there so you can tell that the audio is going to be recorded with my mic still on. So when you play this back, it is crazy, but it works. So once I have my video file complete, I then use Final Cut Pro and edit it up. So as Final Cut Pro is opening, I could do a whole nother tutorial for Final Cut Pro, but it is basically you just chop up the one video file that you saved, and as you can see, there may be a future video I was working on. So I'll just get out of that so you don't see anything. And you just chop that up, and there's your tutorial ready to go. You can add some cool music to the intro or anything else that you want. I sometimes, for all my graphical stuff, I use Photoshop to make cool titles and things like that. And on Final Cut Pro, they also have some cool animation things to work with. So yeah, that's how I do my tutorials, and I hope that's helped. I'll see you next time.